catching up, not down. This is the Situation Room, the only way to start your
8
day.
after 9, good morning. We are on to the final hour of Kenya's biggest conversation. This is the Situation Room. We are here today, tomorrow. Tomorrow is Wednesday. Well, until Friday, we'll be here, and then the weekend, and then we'll be back here again on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This is what we do every weekday morning. And also every weekday morning, we tell you some good things that can help you with life. For example, it's a holiday season, the weekend is here, and you need to think about one or two things. What are those one or two things that you need to think about? Entertainment for your family.
Indeed. A lot of that entertainment sometimes comes what you're going to be watching on TV, right? So how about real life situations coming to your screens every week? And this is on Showmax. What do you need to do? Subscribe to Showmax for as little as 300 shillings a month. 300 shillings can give you a lot of entertainment on TV, on Showmax, for an entire 30 days. Some of the shows that already are on Showmax, Black and Blue. It goes through the intrigues of the police service and gentle and stories about what they've been involved in, all from a police officer's perspective. There's also another show called Foreplay. Four spelled F-O-U-R. It's four gentlemen going through the concrete jungles of Nairobi. Did you know that Nairobi is a concrete jungle? My friend.
That's what I heard.
It is. And so these...
Shamba Lamawe.
Bas, yo. These four gentlemen, and in this particular series, we're going to be talking to you, or rather showing you some of the stuff that they go through. It's really, really interesting. Some of the episodes have already dropped. You'll be able to catch those and others that come through. So remember, Shikana Showmax's festive season. You don't have to look much further for any of your entertainment. For just 300 shillings every month, you can be top.
People too.
Yes.
Every month.
Yeah.
Every month. Yeah, very good. Yeah, so you also talked to us about, the money.
Okay, so now, you see that money that you have, Eric, and you don't know what to do with it. Stop putting it under your mattress.
Why? But the mattress is good.
No, you can grow it. Why have
You can grow the
3
mattress.
when you can have 9?
Ah,
No, you
well,
cannot
yeah.
grow the mattress. So you want to know how you get from 3 to 9. You want to know how you can make sure you protect that 9, and that you can make it maybe at some point 18 or 27. The folks at Standard Chartered are saying, you know what, we've done this for a good 100 and something years. We understand what it means to create, grow, and manage wealth. So how about you come and have a conversation with us, and you can show you how to do this. It doesn't matter who you are. They're young, they're older, they're business, they're employed. It doesn't matter. People across board have been able to get this advice, and you can actually start to create, grow, and manage your wealth. It's the folks at Standard Chartered Priority Banking, and they're saying, you know what, send us an email. We will talk to you. We will hold your hand. We'll guide you. We'll show you how you can make sure that your existence here sorted. And
Very
even
good.
for people who are coming after you, it's prioritybanking.ke@sc.com.
Very good. So recently we've been having conversations that are just properly and directly targeting the youth. We've seen the youth are now more and more engaged in matters of governance in this country and what is happening around the country, right? So, for example, it's because of the youth that we saw the issue of Adani being exposed and being publicized properly. The youth organized that Occupy JKIA story, and anybody who had not heard would done. Why are they
living on Pluto?
Why are they going to the airport? And that's when it became clear. Oh, there's something that's happening. And so now when you see all these stories of Adani says this, Adani says, that you've cancelled that 637 billion shillings deal. It's nothing. It's immaterial, right? Well, at least the youth helped us to know about it. And also the youth have helped us to look back at the projects that have been launched in the country, at county level, at national level, and so on and so forth. Also, the youth have been able to help us understand what's happening in the country as well. And the ZKE campaign has been doing that. This morning, let's talk about tax and the youth. The youth understand this whole tax money and all the things going on. There are several laws that have been proposed, and they're going through public participation. One of them is the Tax Laws Amendment Bill 2024, which some people have said is the reintroduction of the Finance Bill 2024 through the back door. Is it or is it not? We're joined by Okoth Opondo, who's been here before. He's a civic educator, and Charlotte Kibet, who's a founder at The Big Talk. Charlotte, Okoth, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
Good.
Uh-huh.
Maybe
Great.
you're here.
Very good. Welcome to
about
the
to
hot
work
seat
for
of...
you.
Good. Karibuni sana.
Asante.
This is the hot seat of Kenya's biggest conversation. Karibuni. We're going to have several conversations, around this. Charlotte,
Yes.
it's good to see you.
Good to see you.
So you're very active on social media.
Yes.
What's your handle?
It's at Charlotte Kutment. So if it's on X, it's S Kutment, and Instagram, basically Kutment. So that's Kutment. And a weird Gen Z. I don't have TikTok. So, sorry, I just
Are
don't
you
have
Gen
TikTok.
Z, really?
I am Gen Z.
And you don't have TikTok?
I don't have TikTok.
Because you don't know what it is.
No, I just decided no. I just
Joking.
don't want TikTok
I
on my
don't know where to
phone.
find it.
Maybe you guys
Even
can
Titi knows where
educate
to
me.
find TikTok.
You guys might just be teaching me new things.
Right.
Yeah.
So you just decided not TikTok, not for me.
Not just for me.
So you're active on X
And Instagram.
and Instagram.
Yes.
Not Facebook.
Oh.
Too old.
Maybe that's yours, guys. I don't know.
Right.
Kidogo.
Titi, are you
No,
on
no, no.
Facebook?
On?
Facebook. Are you on Facebook?
City is not on Facebook. It's
No.
too old. City is on TikTok.
CT is on TikTok. For
Listen.
crying
Sorry.
out loud.
Do you want? You want my PO box?
Bas.
We want your Yahoo
CT has Yahoo mail.
Email.
and Hotmail.
See?
What are those?
Yes. I recently discovered Gmail.
Recently.
Wow.
Yes.
Discovery.
Karibu sana. Of course, you're on social media as well.
Yes.
On which platforms?
I'm on all platforms, so this is weird because I'm among the youngest millennials. So I'm on TikTok more than all
Yes.
other platforms. My handle is at 6th Kenya 32, at 6th Kenya number 6 TH Kenya 32, and that is just the name cutting across all through.
Okay.
You are asking about Facebook. Someone was making a joke sometimes back saying when you come from Facebook and you're joining TikTok or Instagram, you feel like you're coming from the countryside to the city. Facebook is about, people just announcing weird stuff. And when you go to
Very.
Instagram, life is cool. Everyone takes nice photos and it's clean. No one is poor there. Everything.
No, may I find this very strange?
City understands those things.
No, may I find this very strange?
City-
Because I've
city
lived
ni-
in the city
ni
more than
jogoo
all these
mjini.
millennials. And suddenly I've come from the rural areas to town simply because
City ni jogoo
there's
la-
a
jimbi
radio
la
channel I
jiji.
don't know about.
Jimbi la jiji hili. Hili jimbi la jiji.
Aliwezi wika mjini.
City has never been to the rural areas of Facebook. You know?
The ghetto.
The bundies. City is a TikToker. Anapenda
Yeah.
TikToker.
You do some challenges there. Do you dance? Do you do?
Yeah, he
You're on
does.
TikTok.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're asking.
But he does them.
He does them.
Okay.
He just doesn't know what they are.
City, why don't you welcome our guests with the day's proverb?
Yes. Our proverbs for this week are from the kingdom of Eswatini.
Ooh.
Why? Ooh.
I don't know. I just reminded
Swati
me
the third.
of school.
School.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, please continue.
A person born to be a flower pot, not a flower pot, will not go beyond the porch.
Person born to be a flower pot will not go beyond the porch. Okay, what's your interpretation here?
Okay, this is very interesting. Maybe just say like Nerima last time. I wonder where you get some of these weird proverbs.
Eswatini.
But maybe if you are conditioned to be in a certain way and you choose to believe, so it becomes difficult maybe to live past that place. Just maybe.
Me?
It's good, yes.
I think just the same as him, but basically it's like can you repeat it again?
Most definitely.
Yes, thank
a
you.
person born to be a flower pot will not go beyond the porch.
So a flower pot is basically in the porch, right? Inabaki hapo. So haisongi pale inafaa kusonga. At least ka flower can jump
go,
over to the
can
flower
creep.
pot and to the floors and everywhere. So yeah, utabaki tu hapo basically. It can't go beyond
Really, you
that.
had a conversation with the pot.
Yes. So it can't just go. It's anyone
Not
who
with pot, with a pot.
with a pot. Yes.
Not a person born as pot.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. So, Charlotte, you have a platform called The Big Talk. What's that all about?
So, yeah, the big talk. Basically, so when I was 13, I was watching the nighttime news. I was one of the weirdest kids. So, I was rushing to watch parliamentary proceedings when I was like 10. And at that time, people are rushing to play games. And I have to rush to watch.
At the age of 10.
10, 12, around that age. So, I think I was a weird one. So, like, even during public events, when the national anthem would come, I will make sure the whole family stands up in the living room. So I think I was a little bit weird, which is good. So the Lord doesn't make mistakes, so I don't think I was weird. So one time when I was watching, as 13, I was watching the nighttime news, and then a topic of FGM came. And I was like, what the hell is this? So I asked my mom, what is FGM? My mom pulls me aside. She's like, I'll tell you. So she tells me in her room, and I go, oh my gosh. There are people who are the same age as me at 13 and even more younger and are experiencing such injustices, such demonic, gruesome activities to them. And I said, absolutely not. I will not sit on the sidelines. I will not take it to call it to complain social media, and then there's nothing you're actually doing about it. So that breed me loving the socioeconomic scope in Kenya specifically. And just a funny fact, I remember my dad used to buy all magazines from Nation all the way to Star. And he used to line them up at home, and then at the end of the day, he will come and say, everyone to read for me the headlines of every particular magazine. At that time, I didn't understand what this man was doing, because I was like, sir, you are just a very strong Kalenjin man. I don't know what's wrong. And now I actually thank him. Not what he did for me, at least now I'm more educated, and I can get to grasp a few things that maybe my peers didn't at that particular time. So just to see injustices happen, I said I cannot sit on the sidelines while that is happening. Yeah. I think I'm done.
So you created The Big Talk.
So I created The Big Talk.
What is
later
this?
on. So The Big Talk is basically a civic education movement where we like to simplify and create awareness, specifically for Gen Zs, but not just Gen Zs, because there are a lot of people who are not Gen Zs
Gen
and
Zote.
can't Gen Zote. Remember that guy who akasema since what did Gen Z, everyone. And basically mine was, I'm simplifying bills for you. I'm creating awareness particularly to any particular topic that's coming along, because most people don't want just to, if I give you a bill that has been presented to you, most people won't even take the time to read it because it's boring.
Yeah.
So I said, wait, there are new ways I can do this, and I have a good voice, so let me use it. Yeah.
So what makes you understand the bills that others can't understand?
I don't know. I think the passion that comes behind it. So let's say if I, like yesterday night, if I haven't understood a particular bill, I will use all forms, manners, calls to make sure that I understood this bill. So the difference is, if you have a burden for your country, it changes everything than just saying, watu wanabogava, wanaiba, and then there's nothing that your heart is carrying. I don't know if that makes sense. And for me, who loves the Lord, loves Jesus, I think has given me a burden to carry it much more deeply. Like, sisemi too because I want to say or be in the political scene, or I do. Actually, it's so crazy. I don't like the who is this and who is that. I thrive in, I have gotten information, and thank you, Charlotte, I have gotten because of you. As simple as that. Yeah.
Hey. Of course, you're also a civic educator, and on these spaces as the younger Gen Z, as the younger millennial, the older Gen Z, younger millennial. All right. You also do a lot of this civic education in various platforms. Yeah. Why?
I think for me also, I grew up in Kibra, and I've seen quite a number of times people end up doing things, sometimes also maybe being misused because they don't really know what is happening. Remember last time when we were here and we were talking about sometimes you are going to apply for your ID, then you are told, for this you have to get this amount of money, you have to do this, you have to do this. So I told myself, no, I'm not going to sit down and again watch other people come to me or sharing the same experiences.
Yeah.
So another great turning point, because I was never vibrant on social media until protests happened. So there's this time we were in the city center, and the media people came around and they were asking us questions. There's a time I had somebody responding and I said, I don't even want to appear on news with this same person on the screen. Because most people end up participating that they don't even understand at all. So ask somebody, why are you in the street? Because we are on the street for a very good cause. I was arrested actually among the first few cases taken around the city by these police and everything. But then you ask somebody, why are you in the street? Then they say, no, I saw people coming out. I'm out with them. Why on the street? Hii kitu ni mbaya bana. Ni mbaya aje. My MP said it is bad. So then you ask, okay, wait a moment. Which part of it don't you like? So then people don't have answers. Now the challenge is that if we do not have answers, then we'll always be like the spanner boys to other people now know what is happening. And in most cases, these are politicians. Latif, as a country right now, we should really, really be ashamed. I saw the people, the standing ovation in Parliament recently, and I was wondering. And the same people who, when this thing was introduced, they were very happy about it. And again, when it is cancelled by the president, they are happy about it. So where do we stand exactly? And these are the same member of parliament who are supposed to lead civic education and public participation on the ground.
Yeah.
They seem not even to understand what is happening.
Yeah.
There's another great turning point also, Latif, in my life. I ran for the parliamentary seat in Kibra sometimes back.
Hey, let's go.
And during the debate, we were being asked questions, and suddenly you listen even to the candidates contesting, and you wonder, do they really know what they're contesting for?
They're older than you.
Yes. A speech of an MC, a speech of a member of parliament, a speech of a governor in Kenya seem to be the same. All of them want to build bridges, whether they are rivers or not. Nitaleta maji, they don't care. One MC aspirant said that, mimi mkinichagua nitamaliza njaa. And people were clapping. Mimi mkinichagua nitamaliza insecurity. And I was wondering, do they really know what they are running for? So we want to do civic education, even political education, to make even candidates understand what they are running for.
Maybe we should ask you the question. Did you know what you are running for?
I had to do my thorough research, and I knew exactly why I wanted to be a member of parliament and not MCA.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, you did your research, you prepared. The person who got elected was the one who was going to end hunger, the one who was going to build bridges, and the one who was going to bring water, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay? So, were you really seeking the right occupation? Did you actually want the right job?
I did not win the seat, but I know that I did not lose. Because in the process, we managed to change so many minds to make people believe that there's a better way that things can be done. Because in most cases, I mean, even if you don't win a seat, but within the whole process of campaign, you can make a difference by enlightening the public. In fact, the person who won, number one and number two, are people who had deeper pockets.
Actually, you've answered the question that I asked, because perhaps what you're doing is what you should continue doing, as opposed to asking to be the MP or the MCA or whatever it is that you wanted to be.
Yes. So for now, that is, to me, that is very important. So that even in future, regardless of who chooses to run for a seat, they should run knowing what they are running for. Or else they might even make the public start expecting things that they cannot even deliver. Yep.
So maybe there is no intent by folks who are running for office to actually make a change, to actually develop, to actually stand. Is that what we're saying? Are we saying that maybe there's no intent and that we need to be intentional about leadership, intentional for results?
Yeah, definitely. I think most people, I was telling my family that I would want to run for any, particularly like an MP in the future. And right now, when people want to say they want to get into positions of government, either elective or even nominated at some point, ni venye I saw, let's say, Eric alivai akapata, and then in 2 months he bought a guzzler. I don't want to enter there because I want to bring change. I want to enter there because I saw Eric in 2 months of his salary, he's gotten what he's gotten at now. So why do people get into positions of government? Of course, it's not servanthood leadership, and of course, for me, leadership is servanthood, basically, because you're going to lead people from a servanthood place. They didn't put you there to go buy a guzzler and then sit, right?
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do people actually want servant leaders?
I like to answer that in this way. I think Kenyans have been conditioned to love murderers, thieves, and all of the above. Wash, because that's what excites us. And of course, how did murderers get their money?
They washed.
Thank you. Killed and all of the above. So I think we've been conditioned to like that type of money and not even ask, because recently Senator Cherargei said when he was telling Omutata that you need around 7 billion to vie, right? Who can have 7 billion
Just waiting somewhere,
sitting around if you've not done dirty business in this country? 7 billion. Then aren't we conditioned to love those type of people?
And where does the money go? So it comes to us. So we are the ones who want 7 billion.
Can I tell you where the 7 billion goes? So as a former candidate, I saw it openly. Let me tell you, 1 week in a campaign, it feels like it is crazy, because the moment you declare yourself as a candidate, now all the community members start bringing you all their problems.
Yeah.
Even your own age mates now telling that I need to go to university, bro. I need to, and you're wondering, can I really pay your full university fees? And now even to the worst nightmare that I saw, I won't mention the candidate. There's a time now people are being told to queue and they're being given money. Even my own team now had to go and queue there because we also needed that money.
I should have told you something. Why didn't you join them and also queue? Because clearly they're not discriminating.
Ninja.
So the work that you do now in civic education, right? And you've engaged, trying just to understand people's thinking in terms of understanding the various political positions that we have, various positions of leadership. But then there's the other side of laws, policies. From your experience that you have right now, do the youth understand the lawmaking process? Not just the laws, the lawmaking process in Kenya. Charlotte?
I think in 2022, that was my first time to be eligible to vote. I was so excited. I was pumped. I was like, let's go. It's my first time. Woke up at 3. I was ready to go. And then later on, and after reading the statistics, that 39.84 of registered voters from the youth from 18 to 35, and my heart sunk. And I was like, what is this? I woke up at 3, guys. Where are my people?
And you're only 39%.
And I was at 39%. And nikashtuka nikasema jamani, I have waited for me to turn this age to vote, and now what's happening? And I don't believe people have actually, they don't really know or understand. And some might be our fault, some might not. Like case example of what people follow. Case example of me. As I said, I was a weird child, maybe a little bit, because if you look at my social media, I'm not interested in knowing whose wife did this and all that. I don't care about those things at all. And maybe it's different for everyone, right? No judgment here. For me, I loved politics. If you don't love politics, that's fine as well. But I believe at the rate that we are at as a country, if you don't know something, try and know just something. Kitu kidogo tu. You don't really have to love politics.
Just get some knowledge.
Just kitu tu. Usidanganywe na yo uletewe maji. Because what is that? Because I remember the one time I was sitting in I created a committee of people who can help me to understand if I want to be an MP or an MCA. And the suggestions they were giving me, I was like, goodbye, guys. I don't want to hear this anymore. Because what is this? Why are you telling me I should lie, right? I love the Lord. Why are you telling me I should lie? Why are you telling me that I will do that? Or mwingine akaniambia, ukiambiwa uchome nyumba ya your contestant. And that is when I left the meeting. Such things. So,
because do the youth understand?
Do they understand? Yes, some do, some don't. But at this point, more than 100% convinced that people are beginning to care.
They are.
Because every day, my conversations are conversations in a matatu, in a place where maybe we go for maybe Chapumadondo somewhere. And every time you are sitting down with the Kenyans, people are really angry. And that anger was very necessary. So sometimes when you start this conversation, did you know that this is coming? Did you know that this is coming? People are always, hey, okay, how is this going to affect us? Then now you start explaining bit by bit, right? Because you just get into a matatu and just with the driver, just some few minutes, Kenya kwaje bana. Okay, this is happening, blah, 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 this is happening. You get into a taxi, Kenyans are angry right now. People are just discussing about the state of governance in the country. And I think everyone at this point is worried and everyone is concerned.
So an icebreaker is just Zakayo. And the story starts.
Everybody. There's a time we used to make calls that the country said no, and unfortunately now my MP is now a CS. Now they changed a bit. I would call my friend and the first Niaje, Nani must go. Niaje. Nowadays, so last time I called and said Niaje, Nani must go. No. Go where? We are now in government.
Broad-based.
We're now in the broad-based government.
Let's take a break. 28 minutes to 10. We are hosting 2 youthful Kenyans in the studio. Charlotte Kibet, founder The Big Talk, and Okoth Opondo, civic educator. We are talking about the youth, the laws. Is there a disconnect? Do we understand? So, Charlotte, you've heard of a shop called Woolworths, right? So, and you also have heard of Black Friday.
Yes.
Okay. So, between today and the 2nd of December, walk into Woolworths, buy 3 items, pay for 2. Tell them Eric is paying for the 3rd one.
Hallelujah.
Okay? Yeah, that's because that's what's happening at Woolworths.
Wow.
So pay for 2, no, buy 3. 3 for 2. Of course, how is that?
That's good.
I'm telling you. This Christmas season, it's all about just coming out looking the right way with new clothes. Because you walked into Woolworths at any point, 3 for 2. 3 for 2.
In other words, 3 for the price of 2.
Yeah.
At
Pay for
least.
2, get 3.
Okay, pick up 3, pay for 2. How about
Okay,
that?
yeah.
All right.
Simplified.
Okay, we'll be back shortly.
This is the situation.